plan to implement more video, live video of the actual people into the environment?
Live video, so...
One of the problems I found in Second Life is the positive, primitive nature of expression. I've got to memorize 300 arcane key sequences to raise my eyebrows.
Right.
So is there a way to take the high-end video conference and merge that into the immersive environments so that I can communicate the way I like to when I'm face-to-face?
So there's some interesting work that's going on now with some early spin-offs with some of the universities, MIT. They're actually, and you can gesture computing, as some of you are aware of. They have various sensors around the PC, some are above, some are below. Think of we as a very rudimentary aspect of that, where we can translate your body movements into your player online. Some of that is there. It requires other integration into your PC. There's some very simple IR cameras that I'm seeing now that can start allowing that. But certainly being able to look at facial expression, it's doable, it's already there. It's a matter of integrating that into the environment. And I think with the Digimask software, when you can actually take a picture of yourself in 3D, that's a natural progression that will be there. So it depends on who's going to ask for it. We're just trying to at least get people comfortable with this. And then I think even more comfortable as you get an actual representation of your avatar and then being able to recreate your own facial expressions. That's really when it becomes truly, truly lifelike. But you have to be careful, right? There's good and bad with that. You can't yawn, right? You can't like sit there with your eyes closed. So you do have to be a bit careful. So there's some advantages to being kind of a generic avatar because you actually do away with prejudices.
Sure.
You know, it's amazing that some of the studies that are coming out now, some of the avatars, the more lifelike they are, the more times you're going to hit prejudices. Whether it's religious, based on outfit, whether it's sex, whether it's skin color, nationality, all of that, your height, your weight, all of that, your age, all of that actually influences people's reaction to the avatar. I had someone at MIT, they were doing a study on just that. They put someone in different weight size, different ages, and different sexes, and it was amazing the difference in the salespeople's reactions to people based on that. So it's a great reflection on us as a society. Any other questions? Yes?
Are there toolkits to build these, or how much effort was involved in creating the e-lounge?
So the e-lounge, there's several different levels. So first we had to create the engine, so the Web Alive engine. So there's lots of activity that went in to create it. We were basically told you could not do this through web browser. They said it's impossible to do. We were able to do that, right? So it took 9 months of a development team to actually build that in. And then you integrate in the spatial audio. So there's a lot of building blocks to actually get to the Lenovo, but if you want to create a new environment based off of what's already there, it takes, let's see, so we did a replica of the Olympic Athletic Village as one environment that Vancouver had asked for the upcoming Olympic Games. It took 3 months to do one village. Basically, we were able to get artist renderings of the village because it hadn't been built yet. And so we were able to take that, take some of their CAD drawings and populate it in, and it took about 3 months and a couple of people working on it. So if we had more than like a person and a half, we probably could have it done much quicker. So the actual building the content is getting a lot easier now. It's the engine part that was the difficult. You're actually building this from a web browser, building the security, building in some of the spatial audio. Those were the difficult building blocks, but now building on top of basically our applications. And the applications, I think, are going to become faster and easier as we move forward.
If you're doing a meeting in there, if you're trying to do PowerPoint presentations like in a virtual environment, how do you deal with that scenario? Like, how would you set that up?
Well, you know, the one part of the e-lounge where I said that's just kind of a
Meeting.
yeah, you could do it in the meeting room and you could project it.
And how would you hook it up to your applications? Like because you did the presentation on PowerPoint and then you're projecting on that.
There's a method that as a user you can define what you're going to use. Are you going to use video, PowerPoint, allow you to bring off anything on your desktop, anything that you want to bring down. If you want to go to the internet, bring your YouTube down and show it in that room. you can do it. So it's a click and drag. So that's the advantage of it being within your network and your platforms. Click and drag to bring content in.
And about the integration set of applications, so that you look at it as it's just a little window to that application.
It does. It's just yet another part of your CRM, so your current suite of different software tools that you've got. It just requires the integration into those.
How long has this been available?
Lenovo has been out there a few months now. Second Life's been out there like a couple of years probably, I think. So it's, as a business application, it shows you some of the examples of what IBM is doing, what Sun is doing, and a few others. And so it's very early. I mean, it's usually within the last 12 months you've seen some of these applications come in.
Some more tools sold to Lenovo, yeah,
So this was our first customer. We're working with several others right now. One of the things that Nortel has done is won category rights for the Winter Olympic Games as the key supplier of 3D virtual environments. First ever in Olympics that they have a category for virtual environments. So we have that now. So we'll probably be doing some work with Panasonic, with the Olympic committees, and a few others. And we're currently working with a major bank, without stating any names, and a couple of other companies to develop a very similar environment for their use. Okay, any other questions, comments? Okay. Well, I'd like to thank you all for braving the weather today, coming out. Hopefully you found this interesting. I think it's going to be interesting to keep an eye on it, see what happens. And again, I really think the companies that decide to bring this in sooner versus later are going to learn from it. They're going to establish themselves as, more up, kind of, I don't want to say leading edge, but they're just going to establish themselves as more progressive companies. They're going to be out there to capture market share that others aren't even going to be able to